morning from Arlington, Virginia. I'm Jeff Carpenter here at Glass River Media, at the Glass River Media Studios, very cleverly named. Yep. And as usual, in the corner, we have Ronan moving his microphone. I see.
Yes, here I am. I'm Ronan. That's my name. And, oh, yeah, you can see me. You can finally put a face to the sound.
To the sound? Yeah, no, I see you all the time.
Yeah, you do see me all the time.
Now the internet may see you.
Yes. Only until this episode.
Yeah, no, if you've been watched before, that was always an imposter Ronan. Finally today, we have the real Ronan.
The real Ronan.
For the first time.
Yes, first time ever.
If you're joining us for the first time, you may be wondering why we're on your feed. Maybe the algorithm. Maybe you have liked Glass River Media. Maybe you just know Ronan or me. Maybe you're my mom, in which case, hi, Mom.
Or maybe it's because we are a marketing company, and that means we're doing our jobs correctly.
We don't market ourselves, though.
Dang.
We market our clients. I think we're starting to market ourselves. That's always that. They say that the shoemaker has the worst shoes in town. It's we're so busy helping everyone else. When do we have time? But that's a little bit what we're doing here. Is just kind of getting on in the morning to brag about ourselves a little bit. We have our wonderful studio here, and as I like to say, we're just getting the cameras warmed up because
helping our clients get
things happen every day, and some people have asked, they're like, well, what is the point of this? Why are you taking up time in the morning? Well, here's the thing. We need to test the studio. We need to make sure the cameras work and the mics work, because now is the time to find out, not later. And so, while we're testing, we are just kind of inviting the world in to test with us.
Yep.
So congratulations, you're beta testers. But not really, because we do this all every day. This is just like Ronan, have you ever flown in a small airplane? You walk around the plane first and you check everything.
No, I've not, but I was going to say it's just like preheating the oven.
Well, it's a little more complicated than preheating an oven. I took flight lessons back when I was your age, actually.
Oh.
When I was in high school, I took flight lessons, and unlike buying an airline ticket, when you're responsible for flying the plane, you're responsible for everything, which means you not only check the tires and like all the little parts of the wings, but you have a little fuel tester, and you actually take a little bit of fuel out of the plane every time before you fly to make sure that there's no water in it, because if there is, you will die.
Seems like a waste.
It is not a waste when it's saving your life. But yeah, this is the pre-flight check of the Glass River Studio, and we just invite the internet in to watch. And if something doesn't quite work, now's the time to fix it. But
is true.
Everything tends to work.
I was going to say we're professionals.
We're professionals, and we kind of got this down to a science now. We moved in here in January, and I'll be honest, February was a lot of troubleshooting. But what is it, May now? We're almost to June, halfway through the year, and things are going great, which is why we're feeling pretty confident to let people in and show our testing, because testing usually is like when you don't want people to see.
That is true.
You want to keep that hidden, but our tests go so well. We are confident, which is, hubris will be the end of us all. But I don't know. I feel good. Did you have a good weekend, Ronan?
I did have a pretty good weekend.
That's great.
Nice.
It is Monday morning, which I know a lot of people hate Mondays, but I'm always excited to come to work. Why? Because I'm a sociopath. But
well, is it that, or is it because you missed it? You missed seeing my pretty little face.
Also, I was going to say, besides the first part, is I get to see Ronan.
Yep. To everyone's day.
Rest of you only get to see Ronan for 5 minutes, but I get the whole day.
Yes.
So
lucky you.
I'm going to brag about that. Speaking of seeing Ronan all day, what do you have to show us on our television?
I feel like you had like the perfect segue. Like.
Oh, accidental.
So, audience, Jeff normally doesn't. Here.
Let me see you. Let's see
Yeah. So, audience, Jeff normally doesn't know what we're talking about for today, and like what I'm going to present to you and Jeff and the world, and it was just amazing how he just talked. Did
I lead into something perfectly?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Know.
Here, let me go on to it.
What?
Set TV, we are going to be talking about.
Subject is, I rode the world's first autonomous public bus service. Scotland now has an autonomous buses on real public routes. I took a ride on one to see what it's like. All right, show us this bus. Show me the bus.
There's the bus.
Oh, it looks like a bus.
Yes.
I don't know what I was expecting. I thought maybe it would be like, a oval, or maybe there'd be like no windshield or something, but that's just a bus. Here, put that up full screen. Switch to that so people can see the bus. Oh, no, that's the wrong button, Ronan.
The one next to it. Okay.
No, I mean like cut to it. Put this up.
That guy.
Get rid of my face. Cut to the source.
Okay.
I want to see
There you go.
autonomous bus. Okay,
Yes.
so what is this? Scotland autonomous bus.
Yep.
And I mean, it's a good-looking bus. Don't get me wrong. I am noting, look, you get in the back instead of the front because there's no driver to talk to. So
So
why not?
So in Scotland law, it is like in the books you have to still have a person behind the wheel. So there's still a wheel and there's still a person behind the wheel, but he's just not using his hands.
Okay, so wait, we have a bus driver
Yes.
that doesn't drive the bus.
Correct.
I guess that okay. I'm a little bit lost. I mean, what's the deal here? Are we going to eventually phase them out, or are we just going to have bus
Phase out all the bus
Are they not?
drivers?
Are they no longer bus drivers? Are they bus sitters? Do they say
Oh,
what they
they
call
might
them?
be bus sitters, because it might just be like a babysitter. They're just like watching the bus, making sure it's doing all the things
Yeah,
correctly. So
Here,
yeah, I
scroll
guess
scroll
that-
down. What else does this article tell us?
So-
This is a real product. This is not a
Yep, they're
future
testing
thing.
it. They have a 14. Yep, they're taking passengers on a 14-mile route across the iconic those places.
I've always like autonomous
where they're going.
cars. Autonomous cars are one of those things that keep being like almost ready and then not quite. And like
Yes.
apparently they may never solve it. It's one of these where everyone's just kind of making it up and like they keep saying, "Oh, we'll be ready in 5 years," and like that's forever. I'm gonna say buses might be the one area where they can crack the code because buses do the same thing every day, and
Yeah,
you
but-
could install things like you could install magnets in the road where it's like bus stop here, here's the bus stop, stop on these magnets, like something with a really set route. You could honestly give it a lot of cheats.
So yes and no, because you. Oh yeah, this is the bus driver still being
bus
in
sitter.
his little. Yeah, the bus sitter. Sorry, no, he's just sitting there with his hands like almost touching the wheel, but not really. But
Can he sit normal or does he have to do this all day? Is that the job?
Well, I have no clue, but I guess he has good, strong arm muscles.
If so,
But no, back to your point. Like, so yes, they have the same route, but they also have to have like a whole bunch of sensors because of like jaywalkers and maybe there's like bikes next to them type of thing.
yeah.
And they always pull over to, or at least us on the American side of things. I don't know about how buses are in Scotland.
Looks opposite there, so that, I think that they'll be pulling off to the left.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe they're just standing in the middle of the road. Who knows? But I was gonna say they pull off. They have to wait for like passengers. Maybe there's people walking the road, cyclists, or who knows what. So there's always that. So the conditions and stuff will not always be the
So
same.
we have here in Alexandria, and I think a lot of places.
Trolleys.
The buses that have their own roads.
Yes,
down
we do.
down there by the
Yes.
Target. With that kind of thing, an autonomous bus I think could really thrive, where you give it
Yes.
its own lane and it doesn't leave it, and cars don't go in that lane.
We're not supposed to, but yeah.
Well, not supposed to. Yes,
Yeah.
anything can happen.
And then here's a picture of just passengers being passengers, as you can see behind you.
Thank you for that
And-
outstanding narration.
And so on the passenger side of things, I guess like we saw, the door is in the back instead of the front. And I think that's really the only change that passengers are going to notice. Like, they can still say hi to the bus driver every day. They don't have to worry about that. They still have to pay to ride the bus, I would imagine, unless Scotland is
Well,
doing
most
free
of
buses.
Most of Europe does things better, so I'm sure it's a free bus that gives you health care on the drive. On your way to work, you get a free checkup on the free bus.
Free checkup.
One can only dream.
That is very possible. Well, yeah. So, like, from the passenger side of things, nothing changes for them. It's just that bus drivers don't have to use their feet or hands.
Well, truly, we're moving up in the world. I wonder if they could like multitask. Can the bus driver like crochet? So like they're both monitoring the bus and creating doilies.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe it's like a birthday gift for one of the passengers.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
There's something they're gonna figure out there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that news story. I hope our viewers did too.
Yep.
As always, we are here every morning, just saying hi, just testing out the studio, and occasionally showing you some cool bus photos. So don't know what we're going to see tomorrow, but I'll be here to find out, and you should too. So thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.